Hi, today I am going to explain one numerical based on three-phase induction motor. Okay, so first let us read a three-phase 50 Hz induction motor with its rotor star connected. Okay, so the rotor of a three-phase induction motor is star connected. So this is the rotor. Now gives 500 volt RMS value. So it is giving 500 volt at one particular time. That is, we have written here it is 500 volt. At standstill means when the rotor is not rotating between the slip rings. That is, between the slip rings means here slip rings means the outside we have RYB. So across the terminals and open circuit, because it is otherwise we can keep this one as S1. Slip rings means so S1, S2, S3. Okay, now let us forget about RYB. Okay, now calculate the current and power factor at standstill when the rotor winding is joined to a star connected external circuit. Now we have to find out the current, that is how much current will flow in the rotor. Okay, how much current will flow in the rotor, but there is one condition. There are two conditions, that is the rotor is not rotating, one condition, and then other point is that when the rotor is not rotating, we also have to see this one, that rotor winding is joined to a star connected external circuit. External circuit means here we have a RYB, here three phases there, and another external circuit is also joined with this. Okay, external circuit also joined with this. So now in next line what they are giving the values. So the external circuit is having 10 ohm, and here they have not given exactly the reactance value, they given the inductance value for both, for the rotor and this one, for both they given the inductance value, that is 0.4 Henry. We know that inductive reactance is equal to 2 pi FL. So here you substitute frequency and L, you will get the 4 pi. Okay, so we know how to mention the impedance. Impedance is R plus JX reactance. So here the external circuit is having the value, yes, here the external circuit is having 10 plus J4 pi, 10 plus J4 pi, 10 plus J4 pi. And here the rotor, here it is clearly given, all the values are given here. Okay, so the rotor is having 0.2, and here the inductance value was given, but we found the reactance. So here 0.2 plus J4 pi, 0.2 plus J4 pi, 0.2 plus J4 pi. Why J4 pi here and here is common? Because in both the case this was same. Okay, so that's the reason. Now we want to find out the current in the rotor. How to find out the current? So we know that current I equal to V by Z. Okay, now which current we have to find out? Always we have a confusion whether we have to find out a line current or phase current. Okay, so in that case we know I equal to V by Z. Now what is the nature of the impedance? Here you know impedance of this phase separately, this phase. So only the resistance and reactance we know only for one particular phase. Per phase value only we know. When you have the impedance value per phase, then obviously you can find out current per phase only. Phase current only you can find out. You can find out the line current. Okay, so for this purpose, for to find out this phase current, so we are going to find out the phase current. So what will be the phase current? Phase current will be equal to phase voltage by phase impedance. So if this is phase, all should be phase. Now what is the phase voltage? We know here it is star connected and this voltage is a line voltage. So we know phase voltage equal to VL by root 3. So here just use 500 by root 3. So you get the V phase. And what is Z phase? Z phase means here this one, this impedance and this impedance both are in series. Since it is in series, we have to add them. So how to add? You add the resistance and resistance, then reactance and reactance. So here 10 plus the resistance will be 10 plus 0.2. So it becomes 10.2 the resistance. And what about the reactance? The reactance will be 4 pi and another 4 pi. So total it become 8 pi. Okay, so this is a total resistance, total reactance. So simply we have to find out. So now let us find out the phase current, that is IP is equal to 500 divided by root 3, that is V phase, divided by is impedance, that is 10.2 plus J 8 pi. Okay, so here we know I phase is equal to, this is a voltage, okay, and this is the total impedance. Now either we can do it in different way. If we convert this into polar form, you get the magnitude and you get the angle, and simply dividing magnitude you will get current, and by substituting this angle with the cos phi you will get directly the power factor. Or otherwise, simply first we can find out the current, that is magnitude separately. So this is 500 by root 3, same, and here the magnitude can be determined root of a square plus b square. If you take this is a, this is b, so this is a square b square. And now that answer you are getting the I phase current, that is equal to 10.65 ampere. Okay, this is the current. And now we know the power factor. When we have resistance and reactance, we know the power factor formula, that is R by Z. This is R and total impedance Z. Okay, so R by Z equal to 10.2 and 27.1. What is 27.1? Total impedance, that is root of this 10 point square 8 pi, and that is equal to 27.1. So when we do, then we get the power factor is equal to 0.376. So for the first condition, that is when the rotor stands still, that is when the slip is equal to 1, the current value is 10.65 ampere and the current is 0.376. Okay, so this is the first one. Now let us do the second part. Okay, now for the second case, we know that phase current equal to phase voltage by phase impedance. And now it is not standstill condition, it is when the slip is equal to 0.5. So slip is included now. So the B phase is means the induced EMF in the rotor. So that is E phase, that is E2, and we have to multiply by S, we know this. And R, and here also we get S. So S equal to, we know, 0.5%. Wherever there is a S value, we have to substitute 0.05. And another point is that when we find out the total impedance, here we can see that we are not considering the rotor resistance. The reason is here already it is clearly mentioned the slip rings are short circuited. Slip rings are short circuited means the rotor is short circuited. So when it is the rotor is short circuited, the current will flow entirely in the rotor only. It will not flow, because when already we know that if there are two paths, one is a short circuit path, another one is a resistance path. So the entire current will flow, and the current will not flow where the another path is having some resistance value, because the current offers a low resistive path. Okay, so this is the reason we have to consider only the resistance of the impedance of only the rotor one. So that's why the rotor resistance and this one is the rotor reactance, only 4 pi. So now when we divide, this is the, now when we find out this total value and divide this two, and we get the phase current, this one, and we know again the same formula, power factor equal to R by Z, and this divided by Z, impedance value, this value. Okay, and we just the same impedance value we substitute, that is magnitude total value 0.628, and which is equal to power factor of 0.318. So this is the answer for the second case. So I hope you understand the concept. So this kind of numerical, when it comes, so you'll be able to solve it. If you like, please share and subscribe. Thank you so much.